Hello, dear students. I welcome you all. This is BBA third semester additional English class. So for BBA third semester, you have to study a play Final Solutions written by Indian playwright Mahesh Dattani. This play has got 3 acts, and in today's session we shall discuss first act. So, the play Final Solutions opens with Daksha or Hardika, a newly married girl, writing her diary on March 31st, 1948. So, in the opening scene of the Final Solutions, we see that Daksha, who is a newly married girl, a recently married girl, living with her in-laws, is writing her diary, and the date is 31st March 1948. Daksha is later on known as Hardika. So, in the diary, she writes about her experiences in her new house. New house means her husband's house, and she writes about her experiences in that diary. From the diary entries, it is clear that she has got no good opinion regarding her in-laws. Her in-laws means her father-in-law, her mother-in-law, maybe her sister-in-law and her brother-in-law, and also her husband. So, it is quite clear that in Daksha's opinion, or Daksha's opinion is not good about her in-laws. Now, Daksha feels that even if India gained independence, even if India became a free country, yet she is imprisoned within the 4 walls of the house. So, Daksha feels that she is not free like our country, India, yet she is imprisoned, or she is chained within the 4 walls of the house. This is her feeling. Then, one more thing, Daksha has got a good taste for the songs of Shamshad Begum and Noor Jahan. So, Shamshad Begum and Noor Jahan are 2 Muslim singers, and Daksha is very much interested in the songs of these 2 singers. She even wanted to become a singer like them, but due to family restrictions, her desire remained unfulfilled. So, Daksha, who is very much interested in the songs of Shamshad Begum and Noor Jahan, wanted to become a singer, but because of some family problems or because of some family restrictions, her desire, her wish to become a singer could not be fulfilled, which remained unfulfilled. So let us continue. Let us move on to the second slide. So she got a chance to visit a Muslim girl called Zarain. So Daksha becomes familiar with a Muslim girl called Zarain, who also had a great taste for the songs of Noor Jahan and Shamshad Begum. So the common thing between Daksha and Zarain is that both of them were interested in the songs of Noor Jahan and Shamshad Begum. So in the course of time, they became best friends. So these are the incidents which took place in the year 1948. Now, the scene shifts to the present, means after a gap of 40 years, let us see what is the condition of Daksha. Okay, so now there is a gap of 40 years and we are in the present. So the scene now shifts to the present in a town of Gujarat. The name of the town is Amargaon, and now Daksha has become an old woman and now she is known as Hardika. So please try to understand that Daksha and Hardika are no 2 different women, but these 2 names belong to the same woman. Hardika is the same lady who was known in the past as Daksha. Okay, so now we are in the present. Daksha, now known as Hardika, is an old woman. So now in this town that is Amargaon, an idol of Hindu god is broken down, and there are rumors that it is broken down purposefully by Muslims in order to hurt the feelings of Hindu. So try to understand that in Amargaon an incident took place in which an idol of Hindu god is broken down, and there are rumors means some fake news is there that this idol is purposefully intentionally broken by Muslims, and so there is a tension between Muslims and Hindus in the Amargaon. Now we are in Hardika's home. So Hardika's granddaughter Smita is there. Hardika's granddaughter means the daughter of Hardika's son, who is Ramnik. So let us concentrate on Smita. So Smita is talking on a phone to the family of her friend Tasneem. So Tasneem is Smita's friend, and Smita is seen speaking with the family members of Tasneem. Now Tasneem has just called and told Smita that her own family as well as some bomb has blasted in her hostel. So in short, Tasneem had just called Smita and informed her that her family was in danger and even the hostel in which she resided was bombed. So Smita's father, that is Ramnik is Hardika's son, takes the phone from her daughter and assures the safety of Tasneem to her family. So Ramnik takes the phone from Smita and he himself speaks on the phone with the family members of Tasneem and assures them that her family is safe. Tasneem's family is safe. Then, as there is quite tension outside, that is in the town, Hardika advises her daughter-in-law Aruna. So Aruna is Hardika's daughter-in-law, Ramnik's wife and Smita's mother. So this Hardika advises Aruna to properly check doors and windows as the dogs have been let loose. So the dogs have been let loose means the people outside are very angry. They have become very violent. So it would be better to check whether the doors and windows have been properly shut. So this is the advice of Hardika. Let us continue our discussion. So outside Ramnik's or Hardika's home in the town, two boys, Javed and Bobby, who are Muslims, they are in argument with the people on the roadside, and suddenly some Hindu men come and start asking questions and also search them. So Javed and Bobby are seen with the suspicion by the Hindus and they try to question them. During this, they find a skull cap. Skull cap is a cap worn by Muslims during offering prayers. So they find this skull cap in the pocket of Bobby and they realize that these two boys are Muslims and they try to kill them. And so Javed and Bobby run away from the mob and the mob chases them. When they reach the door of Ramnik's house and they start knocking at it, means these two boys run for their life and they reach Ramnik's house and they knock the door. Ramnik opens the door and they at once rush in and they lock the door. They plead Ramnik to save their life. They request Ramnik to save their life. Next, the mob arrives at the door of Ramnik and they warn Ramnik to either hand over Javed and Bobby or they will break the door. So the mob is very angry, very violent. The mob reaches Ramnik's home and they threaten Ramnik to either hand over Javed and Bobby or they will break the door and enter. But Ramnik refuses to do so. Then the mob starts throwing stones and sticks on the house. They also abuse Ramnik because Ramnik, being a Hindu, was giving shelter to Muslim boys. So Aruna comes to the scene now, or she arrives to the scene. So Aruna, who is Ramnik's wife, she does not like Muslims in her house and she forces her husband, she pressurizes her husband to throw these two Muslim boys out, but Ramnik bitterly refuses to do so. Now the last slide. So Ramnik starts talking with Bobby and Javed, and during the conversation it is revealed that Bobby is a very polite guy but Javed is quite harsh in his manners. And when Ramnik asks them about their studies, it is found that Javed is a school dropout. School dropout means one who has not completed his education, and Ramnik talks bad of him. And meantime, Smita comes there and she recognizes both of them. So it is clear that these two boys are familiar to Smita. So in the next session we shall discuss Act 2, and there we shall learn how Smita knows these two boys. Thank you.